Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. You're getting another double upload. How lucky are all of you? Video number 1 of 2 is here, and video 2 of 2 will be out later on. We're into the first half of the day where I will give you all my thoughts on the latest, and then I'm sure as usual things are going to happen later on, and I'll give you my thoughts on all of that later on as well. So make sure you are here for that, subscribe if you are new, and hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Before we get cracking, two things. Firstly, second channel, Younes Talks, brand new video out later today, so keep your eyes peeled on for that one as the content starts popping back up consistently on there, so keep your eyes peeled. And I done a video over on Man Knows Football, as he's back now consistently, so that video will be out sometime today if it's not out already by now. I'm not sure, I don't think it is just yet, but it's out later today, where we discuss in depth with Darko and Fraser Fletcher from Football Insider in relation to all the latest transfers and the inside scoops, and I just give my thoughts as a fan and what I think all of you and me think on all of those situations and rumours popping about. So make sure you catch that. I will link it to you later on, but if it's already been out by then make sure you just check out the channel, you'll find it there. Let's get cracking. The latest, starting off, Chelsea Football Club have decided to release a statement today. Yeah, and it was a statement directed to us. It's a message to our fans. Check this out. Here's Chelsea's social saying a message to our fans. Now, this message is a pretty long article that goes into detail talking about the whole season as a whole, right? The whole overview and how bad it's been as a season for the men's team. However, the statement does go on to say how good of a season it's been for the women's team, and that's absolutely correct. But the whole essence of the message, just to sum up, because I'm not going to read it all, go and read it. It's on the Chelsea website. Go and have a look. It's pretty long. Is that things will get better. Things will get better. You know, everyone at the club, Paul Winstanley, Lauren Stewart, the ownership, the new fan advisory group that's been formed to give the fans a voice on the board. Everyone is working hard and is going to continue to work hard in order to satisfy our objectives and to get Chelsea back to, as quoted, back to competing for the Premier League title, for trophies, and you know, it's nice to hear. I'll take it. It's nice to hear. But, I stress this because we live in a time nowadays, unlike before, where everyone just wants to tell each other what they want to hear. That's it. You know, it's no longer a time of less words, more action. It's now a time of, I hope for action, but I'm going to give you loads of words. And that doesn't cut. With me, personally, that's not enough. Right? So I admire it and I appreciate it that as of right now, where we stand, it is all they can do. It's all they can do right now is speak, right? But time will tell. This summer, this transfer window, into next season, the season, and all the actions that we see leading up to it is going to speak volumes and much more than words from this article and this statement. I hope what we get to see is this statement being backed with action that we get to see throughout this summer and into next season. That way we can reflect, come back to this article and go, no, you know what? They meant every single word that they said. Fair play. I understand, as I said, as of right now, this is the maximum they can do. I hope they're working. I hope they understand the situation we're in. I hope they understand what needs to be done. And I hope they have the solutions at play and they're executing it. As I've said, it's not about just the intention. The intention, I believe, is there. But the intention isn't enough. It's about the execution. I hope they execute. And if they execute, then fair play. Let's wait and see and let's give it time. And then hopefully their work is going to bear fruits. Bear lovely fruits. And not crippled little fruits that go dead after a day. Fingers crossed that's not going to be the case. Now, talking about substance and what is actually going on, let's kick things off with Matt Law as of today in regards to Inter Milan, Onana. Check this out. Matt Law, at the moment, Inter Milan are demanding 60 million euros for Andre Onana. Chelsea have got a meeting with Inter Milan after the Champions League final, predominantly regarding Lukaku, but Onana will be talked about in that. Now, again, if you go to Man Knows Football, you'll see what we discussed last night, and Andre Onana did come up, it does seem like there actually is interest. He is actually on Chelsea's list, Andre Onana. But I have to say, the fact that Lukaku is a part of this conversation, I understand, and I'm not surprised, because Inter Milan, well, Lukaku wants to stay at Inter Milan. Inter Milan, I think, would be okay to keep him, would be happy to keep him, but probably benefits them if they do get Andre Onana in the deal. That way it means having to pay less for Lukaku. But Chelsea are in need of a goalkeeper. And I do think if 60 million euros is the price tag, then do we really go in for Andre Onana? Is there much point? Or do we have to because we need to get rid of Lukaku? Is that going to be what makes it happen? Mike Maignan of AC Milan is just above that sort of fee. You're looking 70, 80. Do we just add on a little bit more and go for Mike? You know, because that's a goalkeeper I think everyone can rely on. Absolute class in every single essence of the word. So, yeah, honestly, if the fee were to be a little less, I wouldn't mind Andre Onana. And I do think he is the most likely to happen. The most, I wouldn't say the easiest one to do, but Andre Onana is a deal that is very doable. I think very doable. So there's that. But will Lukaku be a part of that deal? We have to get rid of Lukaku one way or another, and that's for sure. That's for certain. So let me know your thoughts down below in regards to Onana. There is interest. It does seem like that he is on the list, but can it happen? Will it happen? And will Lukaku be a part of that deal? Let me know what you would do and how you see it happening. Let's get into Caicedo and the latest from Caicedo from Fabrizio Romano as of this morning. Starting off with this. I'm waiting for important updates once clubs will attack the situation. Moises Caicedo has not agreed personal terms with any club. Chelsea are convinced and consider him the perfect player for their idea. Sources I spoke to say the price is 70 to 80 million pounds, no more than this. Chelsea are leading the race at the moment. Let's see how Arsenal will react in the next few weeks. Manchester United are informed. This is very interesting as a development. Why? Because 70 to 80 million pounds all of a sudden feels doable. You know, when I hear 70 to 80, I just hope, I hope if we were to get Caicedo, that would possibly mean that we can go in for a straight cash deal. Or, again, like discussed on Man Knows Football yesterday, there was the suggestion that maybe Trevor Chalobah could be used as part of this deal instead of Levi Colwill. Because Chelsea absolutely want to keep Levi Colwill, because I just stressed that. And that's been clarified by many people that are in the know. That Levi Colwill, it's almost non-negotiable. Chelsea want to keep him by all means. And I respect that because I do think that he is someone that's capable of becoming a starter at Chelsea Football Club. But Caicedo, if we can keep Levi Colwill and go in for this deal, pure cash, that would be lovely. If we are able to use like a Trevor Chalobah as well as part of the deal, I think that's even better because it means less cash, right? I hope Brighton will entertain that. Chelsea are leading that race, it seems, but is it going to be straight cash? Are we going to involve anybody? Hopefully we do involve someone, just not Levi Colwill. That would be great. But 70 to 80 million pounds is, yeah, just under 100 million euros. And it's been quoted 100 million euros and all of that. But 70, if we can get him close to 70 million quid, I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with that. So let's wait and see what happens. This has made me a little bit more optimistic of the situation. And because I was feeling a little bit pessimistic. I was feeling a little bit like, this could be quite complicated. We need to act fast though, because if we allow any more time, you best believe Arsenal could easily come into the situation. We already know what's happening with them and Declan Rice. I will get to that later on in the video. But Manchester United want Caicedo as well. We need to act with urgency. We need to get deals done like Liverpool are getting deals done. You know, quick. We ain't got time to waste. So if this is the fee, if this is what's being, if this is what it's going to take, let's get to the table and let's sort this out ASAP before other clubs come into the situation and hijack anything. Let's hope that happens. Let me know your thoughts on Caicedo and the fact that Chelsea are leading that race. It's good to hear. For that fee, would you do it? What would you do? Let me know down below. Now, next on the agenda, Mr. Kai Havertz, and this one is not good news, I have to say. Fabrizio Romano, take us away. Real Madrid feel Kai Havertz is too expensive, and this is the problem. Carlo and Real want him, but they feel 60 million euros plus add-ons is too much. It's not advancing and it's complicated. I don't believe this. Man, I don't believe this. There is no... honestly, look, right now, we know we're at a stage where he can't stay. He can't. He wants to go. Chelsea want to get rid of him. If he stays, that's not good for anybody. Not for him, not for Chelsea, right? Real Madrid want him. I don't want to say just cut the fee, right? Because that's not a good business tactic, let's be honest. You have to hold on to your clause a little bit, at least for a little bit, and see where it takes you. But if they feel this is too much, we should just try and compromise as little as possible, I would say. Because I honestly think that's a fair deal. That's about 53, 52 million pounds plus add-ons. I think that's fair. It's Kai Havertz and his age. You know, I did say that I think Havertz and Mount should be in the same sort of bracket. And Mount is going to be a little bit more than this, actually. Yeah, a little bit more than that, because we're talking in euros here. Mason Mount, I reckon £60 million plus add-ons will probably happen. Kai Havertz, I think, should be near enough the same. If Real Madrid feel like that they can bargain, right, well, cool, give us your number, but at the same time, don't go too low. Don't go too low, because I do think Real Madrid will end up paying in the end. They do want the player. It's in his interest too. He wants to go. We have leverage. So I feel like there is a chance to just get to the table and get a deal done. Be sensible. But it doesn't need to get complicated, and we don't need to hold on for too much, right? I don't feel like we should absolutely 60 million plus add-ons in terms of euros. If we were to bring it down to 55, let's say, I think that's okay, right? But no less. Don't be stupid. Don't go to 50 and 45 and start talking ridiculous numbers. You know what I mean? So let's wait and see what happens. But at the end, I do feel like it's going to happen. I do feel like this is just a way of Real Madrid trying to play hard to get. They'll come around. They'll come around. Got to have a bit of patience. That's all. Anyone plays hard to get, it's fine. Just wait. Right. Declan Rice. Here's the latest. After West Ham won the Europa Conference League last night. And you know what? Even as a Chelsea fan, I have to say, I'm happy for them. I know Chelsea and West Ham don't really get along, right? You know, fair enough. But they're not exactly in our bracket in terms of what we're competing for. They've gone and won a trophy for the first time in 43 years. I absolutely am happy for them. And I have to say, on a side note, for Saïd Benrahma, I'm happy he's won a trophy. As an Algerian, I'm happy he's won a trophy. By the way, I saw comments like, oh, I'm confused. Are you Algerian or are you English? I'm both. Just to let you know, I am both. I've got one of my parents that's Algerian and the other that's English. I'm half and half. So I get to vouch for both, right? So this is why I always come on and I say Algerian and then I say English, because I am both. I'm half and half. So, yeah, just to clarify that situation. So for Benrahma, I'm happy that he's won the trophy. But for West Ham, I genuinely just am happy that they've won a European trophy. And, you know, they are now, if I'm not mistaken, on par with Arsenal Football Club in terms of European silverware. Because Arsenal in 91 or 92 won the Cup Winners' Cup, and that's as far as they've got ever. You know, and now they've got the Europa Conference League, West Ham. I think that's the same, isn't it? They've got the Conference League. That's basically the Cup Winners' Cup, you know, if we're talking in terms of levels. So, congrats to West Ham. Very happy for them. But Declan Rice, he's leaving. And it's no surprise. Here's the latest from West Ham chairman Sullivan. We have promised Declan Rice he could go. He set his heart on going. He rejected our £200,000 a week bid 18 months ago. I think offers will start to come today. There are 3 or 4 clubs who have shown interest, he told TalkSport. So Sullivan spoke with TalkSport earlier this morning, done an entire interview and clarified the situation on Declan Rice. And it's exactly that. Declan Rice is off. And this has been common knowledge, I feel like. But to where? He's not coming to Chelsea. Can we just clarify that situation now? That's not happening. That is not happening. If I have to say exactly where I think he's going to, I think it's pretty clear. He is remaining in London. He's not coming to Chelsea. He's going to Arsenal. That is where I think it's all going to go down. I think Arsenal are going to come in for a bid very, very imminently, and a bid that West Ham will accept. But I'm curious to see how much, because when Chelsea wanted him, they were talking about 100 million, 120 million. And at that point, we were like, no, are you crazy, right? Let's see what Arsenal are able to pull off. I swear, if Arsenal are able to pull him off for like 60 or 70, I'm going to flip. I'm going to flip, right? So, look, let's wait and see what happens. But Arsenal, I think will be the ones that Declan Rice goes to. Let me know your thoughts on that. And I have to say, for Arsenal, it's a very, very good signing. And I think one that will fit in perfectly, exactly what Arsenal need. And I don't think Arsenal's business stops there either. Arsenal, I think, are going to be taking this really seriously. I think they're going to try their utmost to upgrade the team to a point where they will be competing for the title next season. Because they do want to stay in that race. They do want to stay in that bracket. They just missed out. It's about taking the team to the next level, that way you can compete next year. I think that's what Arsenal will do, and they will execute it well. So Declan Rice leaving West Ham, it's official, but where? I think it's Arsenal. Now, in terms of Chelsea and our striker situation, there's news from Napoli according to Gazzetta dello Sport, right? In regards to Victor Osimhen. Here's the latest. New Napoli will now accept bids of 120 million euros for Victor Osimhen. Previously, it had been reported Napoli would only accept offers of 150 million euros or more for the Nigerian forward. This is interesting because now I think things become a little bit affordable, or a little bit more affordable. You know, it's a lot of money, but for that sort of striker, I understand. 120 million euros is about 105 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken. I think for a player like Victor Osimhen, you bite the bullet and you pay that money. I honestly do. It's Victor Osimhen. But he is someone that you know is going to get you goals. It's a guarantee. It's like Erling Haaland when he was at Dortmund. You just knew he was going to come in and get you goals, right? As much as I honestly said at the time, I think it will take him time to adapt to the Premier League, I was wrong. I don't think we've seen anyone adapt faster than Erling Haaland, so I was wrong on that. But Bundesliga PTSD, what can I say? Timo Werner and all them lot just put it in my mind. But this is why I've now come to the conclusion. When you see someone in their country where they're playing absolutely kill it, like the Bundesliga or Serie A, and they've destroyed that league, right? They will work in the Premier League. Erling Haaland is testament, and I think Osimhen will be that guy too. So I think if you want goals, you're guaranteed goals, you pay that money, you will get goals. Victor Osimhen, I feel like, is the exception here in terms of trying to find a sensible deal. 120 million euros, I think, is very, very doable. Can we send Napoli maybe players that we have? Do you want any one of our lads? Right, feel free. Take your pick. Just don't be stupid. You know? And I feel like we could get something done. So this has made me a little bit optimistic on the situation. Victor Osimhen, if this is the case, 120 million euros, thank God it's not 150 million euros, because that's where I thought it was going, and that would be too much. That would be excessive. But now I feel like this is affordable. So let me know your thoughts down below. And I absolutely want to say this. I know Chelsea are going to be focusing on trying to get a DM, trying to get a goalkeeper, and the striker will probably come last. But please, we absolutely need this guy. If it's a striker, Osimhen is the guy. I just hope we don't leave it too late to the point where other clubs come sniffing and then, you know, he ends up going to, I don't know, Man United or Real Madrid or something crazy elsewhere. I hope not. So, there we are. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And that brings an end to video number 1 of 2 for today. Make sure you are here later on for video number 2, later on this evening. And I will see all of you then. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this. See you later, people. Have a good one. Take care and peace.